is Rogers TV.
Welcome to You Never Know with Lois and Diane, and today we have our guest host again, Danita.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome back. I'm glad to have you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you were away the last time we were.
Yes, she was at our Christmas.
Our Christmas special. We missed you.
Yes, I'm sorry. I was in Arizona.
And Ron was your husband was a sponsor.
Yes.
And it was a good evening, but we really did miss you.
Well, I'm sorry I missed it too. I was really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Especially being on stage with you guys this year. And then, yeah.
We had
a beer tasting, which you wouldn't have wanted anyway.
How did that go?
Oh,
We brought friends up.
we did. We did, and they enjoyed it quite nicely.
Yes.
But it was really funny because after they were up there for that very short period of time, I said we should have had them for the whole half hour. It was a lot of fun, and they were excellent.
Yeah.
So shout out to Logan and Kurt.
Right, from Three Sheets Brewery.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in Port Elgin. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Do you know what I did before Christmas, which I was really pleasantly surprised? You and I did a show there. I went to the pop-up at the mall. They have so many nice pop-up stores. Like, it is amazing.
Yeah, it was every weekend.
Every weekend from, I think, mid-November right to December, and it's a different store, and it's free.
Yeah, I
For
wasn't able
local
to get
businesses.
there yet.
I mean, you could do it.
Oh, awesome.
You could have, with your jewelry store, but I don't know about safety, but they have, there was amazing product there. And I think that, I wish more people would go because they're not aware of it.
Well, and the market also was doing
Yes.
every Sunday for a few weeks, different artists.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I went the 1 week. And
Did you get anything?
I got something, but I don't remember what it was.
At least just shopped local.
I did. Oh, yeah, I always try to shop local.
Good. Good. But anyway, now it's that quiet humdrum January. That's okay. Anybody going south?
Hopefully. Just not
Oh,
sure
yes.
where yet.
Yes.
But hopefully the end of this month.
Oh,
early
really?
next month.
Nice.
Oh, I didn't know that. Lucky you. So who do we have today?
Today, I'm really excited about this because I heard of it, but I've never really talked to them. And it's Sheatre.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear what it's all about. And we have David Sereda
Is it
here.
for she's only?
No, it's Sheatre.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Sheatre.
Sheatre.
So I'm not really, but it's really neat. It's the play on words, and
Yes. Yeah.
don't exactly know what they did. But David Sereda is the guest, and I read his bio, and it's really interesting what he's done. He's done movies, he's done theater, he's written plays.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yes.
And then who do we have for our last segment?
Then we have Scott Greig, who's from Runner's Den.
Okay.
And he's actually going to bring in the latest fad in running shoes.
Okay.
Really?
'Cause
That's
you
where I
can't
get my
stop
running shoes. So.
I did too, and
Yeah,
I'm still
me too.
wearing the pair I bought
I know.
a year or
If
so.
You
there's
haven't worn them
something-
out yet?
just around the house because they're too pretty.
Okay, well, let's get this show started then.
Let's get it started.
We'll be right back.
So we're here with David Sereda, and David is actually, don't know your title, but you're from Sheatre. Now, I need to hear all about Sheatre because you don't believe this, but I would love to be in a play.
Hey,
I would love to be in a play. I think it would be fun, but unfortunately, I would be one of those ones that would ad-lib all the time.
Because she can't remember the
Because I can't remember the lines. it's my age.
perfect. That's called jazz, right? That's improv. You're doing it. It's improv.
Oh, well, I did an improv course, a couple of them with, what's the fellow's name from Bayshore and at Roxy? He did an improv course at Roxy.
Right.
And I did that a couple times because I've always wanted to be in a play as well, but I didn't have the time because it is very
Time-consuming.
time-consuming.
It can be time-consuming, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you sing?
No.
Oh, well.
You think you can?
No, I can't.
Oh, okay.
Oh, heavens, no, I can't.
Okay.
So do
we're
you
not
guys
gonna
have
go
a
in
play
musical.
coming up?
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
We do, but it hasn't been written yet.
Oh.
And the songs haven't been written yet.
Oh, wow.
So who writes it?
That's the thing. The people that are coming to this workshop series that we're doing starting this month.
Yep.
It's called Out of the Blues because we thought, wouldn't it be great to have something creative to do, get people out of the house, an indoor activity that could still be active and fun and playful, and you get to meet new people, and at the end of it, we'll come up with a new play with music.
Oh,
Now,
wow.
how do we do that?
Yes.
We start by playing. Do you remember when you were a kid, even like just walking to school or whatever, and you wouldn't necessarily be singing a song that you heard on the radio or whatever. You'd make up your own song, right? You just, I'm walking down the road.
Yeah.
And right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Kids do that all the time. And after school, you get together and you make up a game.
Yep.
Right? You make up a play. You're all of a sudden you're flying through the air. You don't have wings. You're just making the sounds of the plane or whatever, or the bird.
Yep.
Yeah.
And somewhere along the line, we lose that ability to just have fun and use our imaginations. And it's okay to just do whatever you want and play, right? So what we do is we play games. We bring people together. We start with playing games, maybe a line of somebody comes up with a line or a character or a tiny little bit of melody. And we stretch that into a scene or a song.
Oh.
It sounds kind of magical, but it's kind of like, you know, when you see a potter with a bunch of clay,
Clay.
they throw it on the wheel, and it's just a lump of clay. And then by what they do, they create. Could be anything, right?
But you're feeding off each other.
You're
as
feeding
well.
off each other, and you've got some like the potter has techniques to, I'm going to make this a vase, I'm going to make this a teapot or whatever.
Right.
So we know how to write plays, I know how to write songs, and we know how to put them together. So we really, honestly, we don't know what's going to happen when we show this in March, but we're looking forward to starting.
So have you done this before?
Yes, and Joan has actually done community plays like this over 100 times.
Okay.
Over 100 different community plays. And sometimes they're about tough issues, sometimes they're just about fun issues, sometimes they're about people. Like we did a play about Tom Thompson, which we played at the Roxy, with original music that I wrote and some songs of his time. But it started with stories that only people here knew, right? Because they would, you know, people would write books about his art and what happened after he left here and moved down to Toronto, or, you know, his time in Algonquin Park. But as a boy, that's where the seeds of
Yes.
what, and there we go back to the child, right? The child in us.
Yeah.
So I think that an artist kind of keeps the child in them.
Oh,
you
I
know,
agree.
through their life.
I agree.
Do you know what I
yes,
mean?
I do.
Because who's more creative? Really, you have to bring out that child, that inner creative being, and then it just goes with you as you mature.
That's right.
So that's where the base is.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, often people love listening to music, and music can, I was just thinking about this earlier, thinking, well, music is really, really important.
Yeah.
Think about, like, what is your birthday without somebody singing happy birthday to you? Like, how lovely that is. You pick up the phone, somebody sings it down the line to you, or somebody brings in a cake and they all sing. Like, you need that.
Yeah.
Or at a wedding, you want music. Or when someone passes, at a funeral. The music is the heart of the ceremony, right?
Yep.
Right? So music is integral to our lives. So
And some of the best movies, like it's the soundtrack.
Yes.
Right? It's
Yes.
Like,
that creates
Absolutely.
the scene.
Yes,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's what it is. And
Cool.
so it's just being unafraid to try stuff.
Yeah.
Because we do all have that creative spark inside us. And we just have to tend it, you know?
Yeah, because a lot of us, like, I don't think I'm creative. I don't think that I have that in me. But you just never, like, but we grew up playing.
Did you
but
decorate
then-
a Christmas tree this year?
No.
Damn,
I
that
did
was-
too.
That was good. Okay, she did one for you.
Yeah.
She's a keener.
Exactly.
I can see that.
But like, I think as we get older, the playfulness is taken out of you, and you're
And we
not
have to
allowed
find-
to, and you got to bring it back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
That's
either
true.
some people do it on their own, like maybe they, I don't know, they garden as a creative
Right.
activity, or
Yeah.
they crochet or they weave or whatever. But sometimes people do it in a group, you know?
Yeah.
Hey,
Exactly.
I'm in a writing group, right?
Yeah.
Or a book club, and we're going to discuss the book. Like, you know, these really, really popular lecture series, the Ball Lectures. You got hundreds of people going to keep themselves stimulated. So the difference between our workshops and the ball lectures is you're not sitting in a chair and listening to somebody,
Right.
although actually, well, that's part of it. I'll get to that. You're up on your feet or you're doing stuff.
Yeah.
Right? And you are playing. And, oh, you're over 55? Great, let's play. You know, let's try stuff. Let's try stuff.
That's interesting. I did some reading, and it was 117 plays that
Wow.
that you have done.
Yes. Oh, I said, wow.
Yeah,
that's true. And wow, yeah.
Yeah, and I was also intrigued by the fact that you just don't do it in the Owen Sound Wyerton area.
No.
You've been across Canada,
Yep.
the U.S., and to Europe.
Yep.
Oh, I did not
So,
realize that.
so
Yes.
everything starts here.
Maybe we
in
could take
terms
the
of
course in
Sheatre, yeah.
Europe.
I would, yeah.
I think you have to do it
There's
here
that.
first,
No,
and then get to travel.
She's
to
been
Europe.
trying so hard to get over
A
there.
cruise, playing
Yes.
castle.
Yes.
Yeah, in Vienna.
The acoustics would be
Okay.
great. Yeah.
But you know, we have stories. This is such an amazing place to live. You asked me, am I from here? And I feel like I'm
Yes.
from here. I'm recent, 2001, moved here. So 24 years now. And yes, I remember coming up in the snow and spinning out, and all of a sudden my car is facing Toronto. I'm thinking,
Yeah.
is this a sign? I said, no, I'm gonna.
Am I in awe?
And I'm
I'm
not
gonna trade
glad,
this sucker
I am
in.
not glad that I turned the car around, and I drove slowly, but yeah. But I love it here.
Yeah.
The people are great. They're welcoming. I feel like I belong. I love the weather, even the winter. I
Yes.
think it's fantastic. But we've got so many stories, and everybody has stories. And you know, you might not know it, and your stories can inspire somebody else to tell their story and collaborate on it. So we do something called collective creations. So instead of somebody sitting in a room on their own, looking out the window and thinking, I'm going to write the play, we write it together. We write scenes together. And we do it by improv. We were talking about
Okay,
improv
yeah.
a second
Yes,
ago.
yeah.
So there's no wrong in improv. You say yes and you see what happens, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with songwriting. A song can start with just a single note or a word. And the word that I come up with might give you an idea, might give
Right.
you an idea, might give, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's just using those techniques to spin it into something. Like the potter with the piece
Right.
of clay, right? If you've got the techniques, then you can do it.
So what's your background? Did you go to school for this? Or?
I did actually. I went to theater school, but I also studied classical music. And the weird thing is that I am not really working as an actor anymore, and I'm not a classical musician anymore. I'm a singer-songwriter.
Okay.
So I've used those skills, though, to inform my songwriting. I've played at music festivals all over Canada, including Summerfolk a number of times. Last summer, hope I'll be back this summer. We'll see.
Right.
Haven't got the call yet. James? James, looking at you. You know, where do songs come from? Well, they come from stories. They come from people you meet. They come from people you know, things that have happened to you. And the thing about a song is if it affects you,
And it resonates with you. Like
then it's going to resonate with somebody
Right.
else. The thing that people don't get is that they often say, oh, well, no one's going to care. No, we will care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you care about it, there's a reason. And so part of our job is to cheerlead, right? And to
Okay.
say, you've never done this before? Great, let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
Have you
know?
watched the documentary on the Tragically Hip?
No, not yet. Not
Okay,
yet.
well, we'll talk after you watch it because
Yeah.
it's very interesting how he got his stories, like from the news, like from events happening in Canada.
Yeah.
Like, it was very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't
Not-
seen it
I
either.
haven't
No,
seen it
either.
I'm
It's
going
so
to.
cool.
Something gets into your head, and then you have to do something with it. If you're a singer or a writer or even a painter, you know, you get an
Yeah.
idea and then you spin it out.
Yeah.
right? Yeah. It's just that we do it in a group.
Yeah.
So I did let slip that we are going to actually have not really lectures, but we're going to bring in artists from the community to also talk about their work.
Okay.
So it's not just going to be myself and Joan Chandler. in charge of music and theater, but we're going to bring in other people. Could be a painter, could be a mask maker like Ron Schweitzer, who has done amazing masks and giant puppets.
Oh, wow.
I don't know how to do that, but he does, right? And Lenore Kishig is going to be our very first speaker, and so it's there's a lunch and learn component.
Okay.
So people come and have lunch. All of the activities happen at Grey Roots on Mondays and Wednesdays, and then every Wednesday we have a different artist come in. We have lunch, and then after lunch we sit in the theater and hear them talk about what they do.
Okay.
And the cool thing is they're not going to just talk about it, but we'll have a chance to play with them in the morning and go through some activities with them to get a taste of what they do, and then they can go more in depth in the conversation that we'll have afterwards. So it's
When
going to be
does
fun.
it start?
So it starts January 20th,
Okay.
and then Lenora is going to be our first speaker on January 22nd. She is from Nea-Shiniming, or Cape Croker, Chippewas of Nawash unceded territory, and she's this amazing Anishinaabe traditional storyteller and poet and author, like incredible, amazing.
That's
and
so interesting.
traditionally, this is the time, right, to tell stories. Is the winter.
Yeah.
How do we
Right.
sign up for it? Just quickly.
Oh yeah, for sure. So you can email engage@sheatre.com, and Sheatre is SHEATRE.com.
Okay.
Or you can call 519-534-3039.
Is there a membership fee? I know we have to go.
And- No.
Okay.
It's entirely free. Thank you to the Seniors Community Fund.
Oh, wow.
Ontario government is sponsoring this program and many others across the province because they want people over 55 to remain active and connected and engaged.
Perfect.
So
Keeps you
this
healthy.
is not a virtual thing. It's let's meet in the same place and play together.
That's
Perfect.
so
That's
awesome.
wonderful.
We have to fly.
No.
Yes, I know.
Didn't
See, I told you I was a talker.
I know, but I told you it
We'll
wouldn't
get you
take.
back again, for sure.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Lois.
Yes.
Thanks, Diane.
Absolutely.
I think there's a few people that are interested in maybe talking
Well,
about this.
I think there's 3 right here. I want to hear you sing.
No, you don't.
We'll be right back.
This program is brought to you by Rogers Xfinity, connecting you to more of what you love. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
For me, the end was just the beginning. I felt I must come. If I did not come at once, it would be too late. And these places that are watered with the best blood of Canada might only be names and memories. I see it in the soldiers, the grief I know so intimately. And I will not abandon these men to it. The isolation wears on me. Slowly, the silence takes over, as if my heart has given out of air. I cannot talk. I can only paint.
For more than 2 years, Mary Ryder Hamilton painted the battlefields of the First World War, creating an unforgettable visual record of service and sacrifices at immense personal cost.
Welcome back, and we have Scott Greig here with us today from the Runner's Den.
Hi. Good afternoon.
All us ladies know you because we get all our shoes. from you.
Yes, we do. I still have 2 pair. They're too pretty to wear outside. I just want you to know.
Oh, well, that's okay. They work well in the gym, too.
That's what my one pair is for. It's in my gym bag, and they always are there. They're my indoor.
Well, I haven't
gym
got them
shoes.
to the gym bag because I haven't had that feeling yet. It will come, I'm sure.
So are these all the latest and greatest new styles this year? Or what do we have?
Some of this is, and as we're early December now and looking at hopefully a more
We're early
wintry
January now.
season, early January, so we're in the winter season. So I brought some shoes here that speak to winterized outside conditions a little bit more. So here we've got a Gore-Tex product. So Gore-Tex is the brand partner that they've chosen in this shoe to make a waterproof product.
Okay.
So you've got warmth and comfort in the upper of the shoe, and often then you're benefiting from extra deep outsole lugs to
they're good for
provide a little
walking
more
outside.
traction for walking and running.
That is my biggest fear is when I'm outside, and we're notorious for black ice.
Yes.
So when I'm walking, I've broken so many bones in my life that I'm so trepidatious and worried about it. I wouldn't have to feel too bad, but still be cautious and aware.
Well, yes, you should feel secure in your footwear. Probably
summer
athletic
so,
footwear supports a little bit more so than winter boots. Winter
Yeah.
boots generate nice warm comfort, but ground contact and support and stability is not the most preeminent feature of a winter boot.
I found that out the 1st of December because I was going to get a box for a friend of mine at their house, and the driveway was
Icy.
ice. I came out and I went down,
Oh,
Yeah.
and I ended up with a twisted foot.
Oh my goodness.
It happens so quick, right?
Very
we
quick.
treat these like we would any type of leather shoe with a spray of some sort.
Well, the interesting, one of the features of Gore-Tex is that it has inherent moisture management properties. So it takes moisture from the inside of the product and it wicks it through one directionally. So it's waterproof, but it still maintains breathability in the
nice.
product. You could spray it, but in doing so, you are now
Closing up the.
impairing the
I see.
technical benefits of the
Okay.
product.
And the best socks to wear outside when you're
Often
in winter?
people will flow into a little bit more cushioned, a little higher sock, and that one Diane has her
Look at
hands
the
on
inside
is
of this.
incorporating
Oh, keep you really warm too.
Yeah.
a combination of merino wool is in that sock as well.
So these are called the Right sock, and I've purchased them. I've got a few pairs at home. They're the best socks ever, hands down. You need a sock for Sid, that's the one. It's great.
Okay.
Wool is your warmest natural fiber to put around the body, and synthetics is the other feature there, some sort of synthetic blend. So you're getting the best of both because nothing wicks like synthetics wick. So
Okay.
you've got warmth from the wool and you've got moisture management
It's
properties.
comfortable to hike in, like in your
Okay.
hikers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we ATV in the late fall, and of course we're always going through muck and guck and all sorts of things. And your feet, the shoes get wet or the boots get wet. There's nothing worse than having wet socks. But these would basically protect you a little better, would they not?
They
as well?
should because they
Yeah.
do continue to wick
Yeah.
away. So
See, wick is a
Perfect.
new word
Yeah.
for me.
yeah.
I've never heard that before
Yeah.
as far as socks and shoes
The
go.
way I explain it is I can be running in the rain for, it doesn't matter. Once you're wet, you're wet.
Yeah, yeah.
But you give me a couple kilometers once the rain stops and it, you hit some drier pavement, and after 2 or 3 kilometers, I'm not thinking of wet feet anymore. It's just that ability of a good shoe and a good
beer when you
sock
get
to work the moisture out of the shoe.
Now, pure gel,
Okay.
what does that mean?
That is a midsole foam technology. That's a shoe from ASICS. So every shoe brand is using a proprietary foam combination. Generally, they'll have fancy terms like EVA or TPU foams.
What are the ones you sold me? Hoka's. I got Hoka's.
Hoka is
what
a very strong brand, yes.
Yeah. And these are the best. They're great for ripping around, running around like.
What is that, UQ or QU?
ON.
Oh,
I know.
that's not an O, is it?
Brand is On.
Oh, okay.
Relatively new brand in the world of athletic footwear. They've been really around for 15 approximate years, but they've seen
like them.
significant growth, and we find them a very innovative and responsive brand to, reacting to product needs or diversifying their.
Like, so
their
I've got my good runners, right, for all my walking, and then I've got these for you want to go to the grocery store or
Yeah,
'cause my
but they're not like you and I have the same. The black, like they're not quite as like
well
these
yeah,
are more
any-
of a running running
When
shoe.
you're saying with your hands, were you talking that the ones you have now are bulkier?
No,
No?
they're smaller and you don't do them up. You just kind of. slip
Oh
them
yeah,
on.
that's the Easy On.
Yeah.
Very
These
nice.
would be better.
Travel-friendly
Yes.
product in their
Yeah.
lineup. I just recently did a 4x400 meter relay race in
Oh, we did too.
called the Austin Squad Race in a
The
parking
Austin.
garage.
Oh.
And it's presented by On, and I had one of their most cushioned shoes on for that
Did you like it?
pounding experience of 400 meter relays with people far younger than I am. And
Oh, you rocked it.
we unfortunately qualified twice through our heats and went to the final.
Oh,
So I needed all the cushion assistance I could get.
How did you do?
Well, we got to the final.
Yay!
I was able to get out of bed the next morning.
So we've only got about 3 minutes left. So I wanted to talk about what you have on your back. That is awesome.
Yeah,
What
this
you're
is something we hear often about from people in the public realm that are always appreciative of walkers or runners outside
Yes.
when they're wearing items of reflectivity, and they just provide drivers notice that someone's out there. So whether there's headlamps involved, this one has a headlamp, it's got 3M reflectivity, and then with push button on the back, this strap rope lighting lights up in various
I
colors.
really appreciate that because I drive a lot of, well, you do too, roads that don't have streetlights.
Yes.
And if you're seeing someone and that's reflecting, I thought, oh,
Yes.
thank heavens they're wearing that, even if those orange coats and with the green stripe things on the back.
Yep.
But I like that because it's not as cumbersome.
Yeah.
Especially in the summer.
It's appreciated by both parties.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah,
the outdoor,
exactly.
the wearer
Yes.
feels safer, and the driver
Yep,
appreciates
absolutely.
it
Yes.
a lot more.
No, you also brought, sorry.
I brought some insoles as well because, you know, in the winter season, I touched on winter boots already. Winter boots are notorious for not providing much support,
Yes.
men or women. And oftentimes you can just pick up a good over-the-counter insert that is twofold feature. So you need a deep heel cup, so encapsulate that heel, and then some degree of some arch support in the medial lift here underneath the arch. So those two features, often you just take the existing foot liner that came with the footwear out, slip this in, and it can make a decent product that much better, or fix a lot of foot problems, because we obviously see a lot of foot problems in our business.
Probably even keep your foot warmer.
Some do. Some have thermal
Almost.
qualities.
Like
How does that work
compared
with
to the,
plantar fasciitis?
Often this can be a significant benefit
Yes.
in reducing or removing the plantar fascia issues that
perfect.
people are suffering with.
Okay.
I just quickly want to touch on, because we're almost out of time, but you know those laces that I always get from you and you don't have to tie them up?
Oh yes.
What are they called?
Well, there's quick laces. There's some unique different laces in the marketplace now.
So whatever shoe you get from the Runner's Den, you buy these other laces and they'll put them in, and you never have to tie your shoe again. They're a godsend.
And your
They're
shoes don't fall off?
No,
you don't
because you
have to
tighten them up, but you
It's
don't
an
have to
elastic lace, yeah, it's a stretchy
Oh,
lace.
okay.
Also good
Yeah,
with
amazing.
medical conditions such as Parkinson's. Maybe there's a little less dexterity. So shoehorn the foot in, and
Yep, it's awesome.
So if someone wants to get a hold of you, Scott, tell us the phone number and if you've got a website.
well, we've been downtown now for 18 years at Runner's Den, at runnersdenos.com. Phone number's 519-371-1577.
You've got to
just
go,
across from the
folks.
city hall.
Yes, you've got to go, folks. It's the greatest store.
Yeah.
I haven't bought any other shoes now.
No, I just always go to
Thank you so much. We gotta go. Take care.
See you next time.
Bye.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
Blast you.
I'm Wendell Clark with a word about winning. We all know it takes a team effort in any sport and with any challenge. You can be a part of the winning team that shuts out and